All right. So what you want to do then is take and make sure you don't have much feathering on. You want it to be really tight with whatever you're taking out, right? You don't want the edges to be soft. So I'm going to take my feathering down to maybe give it just a feathering of 1, so 1 pixel's not too bad. If you look down here in the corner, you can see it's at 100%, this vehicle is. And so what you do is you click and just start clicking around the vehicle, okay? So every point you click is like anchored. Okay, and what we're going to do then is just pull this car out. We're going to copy and paste it into another picture. Okay, so just keep coming around. Now I know that some of you like my car. If you want to drive it, then you'd have to do fantastic on all your projects this year. So, but just keep working your way around. And if you can't tell where the car is, the exact edge, like down here, if there's a sort of a lower grill kind of thing on this, just guesstimate. Anywhere where there's curves, it's a little bit more tricky, right? You're going to have to use more anchors where there's curves. So just keep clicking. And again, we've feathered this about 1 pixel to leave a little bit of room. And when you're done, you'll notice that this actually has, when you come back to the beginning, at the point where you started, when you put your selection tool in that spot where you started, there's a little circle that comes up, okay? And when that circle comes up, that's when you click. Or you can double click and it'll automatically connect. But if you triple click, then you're stuck doing the whole thing again. Leland, did you get the folder? No? Let me send you the pictures then, dude.
Mr. Guest.
Yes, sir.
Should we include the shadow or not?
No. We'll put our own shadow on. Photoshop.
Just try my Gmail one I used to use.
What's that?
Try the Gmail one.
Well, I didn't send it because I thought that you're getting. Is this it here?
That was my Yahoo one. Just
Okay.
try the Gmail one.
Okay. I can change it in a second.
None of the pictures are showing up in my Dropbox.
In your Dropbox? Okay. Let me send them to you too. Just hang on 1 second. Let me. Okay, here's that. And here's this. There we go. Okay, and what's your Gmail?
Yahoo.
Okay, and what's your Gmail?
Jessica. Scott. 2014.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that should work. All right, let's do this then.
Oh, I lost it.
Okay, so once you have that selected, it's really fairly easy, okay? And we're going to do one that's harder in just a minute, but you can select it using the Polygon Lasso tool, Sometimes a magnetic lasso tool is really pretty good if there's contrast between the object and the background. So if your object's black and your background's white, okay, that being contrast, it's really pretty easy to do and use the magnetic lasso tool, okay? So that's what we're looking at. What you do then is real simple. All you do is take and copy, okay? And then come over to your Chillingham estate and paste. Okay, to copy something, you just can use Command C on a Mac, Command V to paste it. Okay, you can also do the whole edit, copy, edit, paste kind of thing, but that's a lot of clicks that you really don't need when you can use your left hand and, you know, Command V, Command C, Command V. So let's go ahead and then hit V on your keyboard. And V on your keyboard takes you to your move tool, and you can then move your car and put it wherever you want. Okay? If you show the transform controls, okay, and leave that on, you can adjust it, you know, holding the shift key down to make sure it's proportional. Am I going too fast?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay, so you're back here, right? If you're back here and you have this thing selected, all you do is hit Command C to copy. Come over to your other picture and hit Command V. V as in victory, because you just got your car there.
Mr. Ghost.
And I'm going to show you how to make it look like it actually belongs there in just a second, sort of. First of all, it's pretty bright compared to the other thing. The light source is not quite the same, and it's sort of off-center a little bit, okay? So I'll come around and help those that are having issues here. Figured it out? Okay, ready? Command C, copies. Okay, wait a minute. That's,
That's why they Photoshop using the whole that motor that Z you cap it. Looks like that.
Okay, his name is Steve. Please get it right, Austin.
Steve.
His name is
Steve. I don't care about Steve. He's not approved.
Alright, well, then don't talk about Steve. He's not very nice. And if you guys want one, you just have to ask him for the key and you can get one. Also.
I take a sheet to make sure that number two. Sorry. Yes. Issues?
I'm gonna show you. It's great. This is a lot of codes on it.
That's how you start. Sorry, what's up? Transform. Yes. Nancy.
Bless you. No problem.
Okay. Let me send it to you. Make sure we send it to you. Yes. You'll get sent, so you can cereal. That is kind of dangerous.
Grab the lesson. Good class. Option diagnosis. Why is there a lesson?
Well, you have to undo that. You go to your arrow tool, right? Yeah.
Why is this large?
And then uncheck that box up there. There you go. If you're on your arrow tool, that's it. Okay. Yeah, let me get him taken care of and I'll come over. Okay, Zach, right? Is that your, this one or that one?
It's that one.
There you go.
Okay. So it should be there?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, anybody else have a question?
How do you choose the size of it?
The size of the car?
Yes.
Real quick. Again, to change the size of the car, there's two different ways. If you're on the arrow tool right here, okay, all you do is come over here and you can check this here. Check that, and then you can change the size of the car, move it around, whatever. Another way to do that without checking this box, because I noticed the box is maybe confusing some of you a little bit. If you click on the box, or click on the arrow tool rather, and uncheck the box, you can then move other objects. But a quick way to transform this is Command T. Okay, Command T does the same thing. Okay, and you can transform it, move it, rotate it, faster, stronger. Okay. All right. Now, it's definitely too big still, so I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit further. So it's somewhat proportional. Unless I move it out here on the grass, you know, I could make it probably a little bit bigger if it were on the grass, a little bit closer. Because most of those cars, Maseratis, drive on the grass. Yeah. I'm joking. All right. Here is something that's sort of cool. Okay. And I'll show you this here real quick. If we come over to, let's see, Edit. Make sure you're on the car layer. Okay. If you come over to Edit and then go down to Transform and Warp. Okay, yep. Just like a lot of people's minds, just go ahead and warp it. Okay. And warping it actually puts a grid on your car, which is pretty cool. And you can click on the vertices of the grid to make it look a little more, you know, proportional to the angle that you have the car at. It's almost like a liquefy kind of thing, but you can truly mess up the car. Hit return to be done warping. And I'll show you how to put a shadow on this thing. Okay, doesn't have a shadow right now underneath it, right? So if you go to Layer and go to Layer Style and go to Blending Options and come down to Drop Shadow. Click on the text. Click on the text of Drop Shadow. So that was, again, Layer Style at the top. And you'll see that you can then put a shadow on the car, okay, depending on the source of the sun. And you can change where that shadow is, whether it's above it, below it. And I'm going to change the distance a little bit so it's not too harsh. Spread it out. Change the size so it's a little softer. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of a hint of a shadow if you need one. Okay, the only bad thing is it does give a shadow up here in the front of the car right there where there may not be a shadow on the ground yet, kind of thing. And if you want to turn the headlights on, I can show you how to do that too.
What?
Serial.
Just like paint white over it and then go like soft light or linear dodge or something?
No, actually if you go to Filter and go to render.
Oh, lens.
Yeah, the lens flare on there. If you do a lens flare, you can take and move that to like the front of the car and change it to 105 millimeter prime. That may be too bright. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And it was a little bit off.
What?
Okay, but you can do that on the headlights as well if you so care to choose. But again, that's filter, render, lens flare, and if I zoom in here, I could probably move this to where it needs to be, right there. If you want it to be sort of orangish, you can do that. But the 105 millimeter is pretty white. That looks pretty good. Okay, and that's how you turn the headlights on. So that's how to move things back and forth the easy way.